The combined echoes from the hawkers running after passing by cars and running to cars that have already stopped, echoing and mentioning different types of food like aboboa, kolikwa, abolo, and all other sorts of food. What particular food do you hear most, and what particular food does it always remind you of when you pass on this Adomi bridge? So Kpome or Kpome, you will never escape them. Hi guys, this is Eat with Edem and I welcome you all to my channel. Today I bring you the recipe of the popular known Ghanaian food, Abolo. Everyone in Ghana over here knows that you won't escape Abolo when you pass through the Adomi bridge, and I've been curious how this popularly known and delicious food Abolo is made. So guys, stay tuned. Today I bring you the recipe of this most tantalizing, delicious Ghanaian food, Abolo. Stay tuned.
Baking powder.
So to make this abolo, we will need corn flour. We will need flour itself, that's bread flour. We will need baking powder, salt, sugar, and other few other stuffs to make this abolo. So the chaff and the eye of the maize have been removed before the maize have been grinded. Okay, then you add a little bit, just a little bit of the baking powder, very little of the bread flour. It helps to the abolo to rise. Okay, and we add a little bit of yeast. Yeah, this is yeast, just this amount is okay, and we'll add salt to it and mix everything together. Leave it for the following day before baking our abolo. So stay tuned. So she said if you are mixing it and you are not fast with it, it will become very hard and it will be difficult for you to mix. So you have to be fast with it.
Tarimnya tako wonto ako ya. Mawo.
Ya de me be gliblia. Me de akpacha ple blie pe nkwila ma. Tane wo ple wonto la. Anyu e kaka akpapati bo.
Ta ebli koko da obla yo chama kazan.
Ebli koko da obla yo. E ke ko ale o chuli na. Atanti no ti no mo ko atako we. Ye bon an ko kuma fo fine.
So I asked her if we can use the normal flour that we use to cook akpele to make it, and she said if you do it, it will come out as abolo, but it won't be appetizing. It will look nice. It will become very dark and it will be hard some way. So this is the best way. And I asked again if we can use oblayo maize, like the way they've removed the chaff and make the maize very whitish to make it. And she said yes, if you just mill the maize very well smoothly, then you can use it to make it, but you can't use the normal corn flour.
Tala mado joga 2 o'clock. Kaka ne jona bi babela obi ntokwa. Kama je kaka abe 3:30. Ko ewu fry.
Kana mabule gbenzi kanya kwa dana no do fian me komata mede.
Ne ewe kaba nti kanya atame ne hu atame.
So I asked if we can mix the flour today and bake it today, and she said no, it won't rise well. But if you wake up early and mix it early in the morning, by evening time it will rise well for you to be able to bake. So they always mix it like this and leave it for the following day before baking it. Tomorrow, before we'll add the sugar to it. If you add the sugar right now before tomorrow, it will melt, it will become watery, then you can't bake it. So tomorrow morning, before we add the sugar, when we are about to bake it. Okay, guys, stay tuned.
Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to our channel. What says the time? Look, 1:56 a.m. That's 1:56 a.m. Why are we awake? We are going to make some delicious food called abolo, and this is the time we are supposed to start the process. So let me carry you guys along, okay?
Guys, so this is our local oven, the clay oven that we will be using, or that is what is used to bake abolo. I've never seen anybody using the modern type of oven to bake abolo before. It's the clay oven that they use to bake it. So we have set our fire with firewood, and we are going to allow the firewood to burn completely into ashes before we will start the baking process. So this is our leaf that we'll be using to wrap the abolo. If you can remember, this is the same leaf we used to wrap our camphor. The same leaf we will use to wrap our bolo.
Guys, one is 1 for 1 cedi. Ela mama manene.
Yes, so bo.
Ah, the 100.
Ah, my 100. Makai ba the 30.
Okay. This is like the 50.
So this is the leaf. We will wash it nicely. So as the way they've tied, they sell it 1 for 1 cedi. The bundle for 1 cedi. This is the following day, and this is our dough. It has risen very well, and our fire is also burning very, very well. We are just going to wait for it to finish burning. As I said earlier, it must burn into ashes before we can bake our abolo. Okay, so the leaf, she said, if it is fresh like that and you leave it, let's say you buy it today, you put it down, you leave it down, because there is water on it, it will begin to smell, and when you put you wrap your abolo in it, the abolo will be smelling. So to prevent the leaf from smelling, after baking everything and removing the abolo from the oven, you will put the leaf inside the oven to preserve it. And we are going to smear our oven. Those of us who have used emele, the local one that we put firewood inside and cook, those of us that have used it before, every morning when you wake up, you have to smear your eba on it. So that's exactly what she's doing. If you don't smear it with the clay like the way she has smeared it, the smoke or the heat will be coming out. That will prevent the abolo from cooking very well. So before you put your abolo inside, you have to smear the oven with the clay, like what she did. Okay, so this is sugar we are adding to our dough. She has added sugar. I asked if that's 1 olonka of sugar. She said no, 3.5 cups because nowadays sugar is expensive, and the abolo one is for 1 cedi, so she has to minimize the sugar. After adding the sugar, we are going to mix till everything gets well incorporated. It's too thick, so she's going to add a little bit of water to lighten it. If it's thick like this and you wrap the abolo inside, the abolo is going to be heavy. It's going to cheat you, the seller. It's going to be heavy and it might not cook very fast. So it has to be a little bit lighter than this. So this is the consistency we'll be going for, and our fire is also doing well. The firewood has burned completely into charcoal.
Okay.
So as you can see, she's trying to push the fire backwards. So I asked why she's doing that, and she said if you wrap the abolo and you put it directly on the charcoal, it's going to burn. It's only the heat that is needed to cook it. So you don't put the wrapped abolo on the fire or on the charcoal. Okay, so it's only the ash, the heat inside the oven that we'll use to bake it. So we've tested it and we realized that it needed a little bit more of salt. So she has added salt and she's mixing it. She's doing her final mixing. And guys, finally, this is the consistency we are going for. And our fire has to be pushed back so that we can have only ash. If not, our bolo is going to burn without cooking well. It's time to get wrapping. So the leaf is having this brownish color because it has been put in the oven the previous day to prevent it from smelling. I asked to hold her torch, but she said this is how she has been holding it. She's used to it, so she gets to hold it like that. Our bolo is going, it's ongoing. We are wrapping it. So as you can see, she's not just placing it inside the oven anyhow, she's arranging it. We'll finish and you see how everything is being arranged. So this wood, is made purposely for this abolo. You see how flat it is, so that when they wrap it, they'll put it on it and place it in the oven. So wrapping abolo is very, very simple. Wrapping a Kpome bolo. Guys, in Ewes we have 3 types of abolo. So when you just say abolo, you have said nothing. The person is going to ask you which type of abolo are you talking about. So this is called abolo and it is called Kpome bolo because it is baked. We have another abolo that is steamed. It is steamed, so that one is called bolo, meaning steamed abolo. And bread, normal bread, as a pan, is also called abolo. To differentiate and for someone to know that you are talking about bread pan, you will say bolo. Bolo, that makes the difference. We have bolo, Kpome bolo, and bolo. So if you say abolo, you have said nothing. That is Ewes for you. Just like akple. If you say akple to anybody, you have said nothing unless you specify the type of akple you want. Okay, so the wrapping is still ongoing. I am doing my work. as the sorting out of the leaf. So when the leaf is big, we use only one to wrap, but when it is small, we use two for the wrapping. Wrapping the Kpome bolo is very easy as compared to camphor. Guys, the camphor, I dug hearts. I cannot. Look at how everything is beautifully arranged, guys. It is beautifully arranged. We are done with the wrapping. So we are coming to close the oven. So we are closing it with this cloth. We are going to use different types of cloth to close it, and to make the cloth to stick on the oven, you use water as she's doing, then it will stick on it. If you don't do like that, it won't stick on it. It's because we want to trap heat inside the oven. That is why we are covering it with this thick cloth. We have covered it about 4 cloths to trap the heat inside. Guys, it is 4:50 a.m. Our bolo will be done. Okay, so we are here. We are sitting down waiting for it to be done. We set the fire as at 2:30 a.m. And we started the baking, or the process, putting it inside the oven. We started the wrapping. We started the wrapping like 3:30 a.m. So by 4:45 we are done. We are done with the. This is hard work. This is hard work, oh guys. My lighting system too is not good over here. Bear with me, okay? This is hard work. This is how our mothers work hard to take care of us. See you when our abolo is done or is ready, okay? What is Kpome bolo without wavy, aka 1,000? This is the fish that is mostly used to eat abolo, wavy. So she has fried it herself. She's just tying it. That's 2 cedis. And the abolo one is for 1 cedi. You buy your fish, then you will enjoy yourself. Guys, our abolo is doing very well. It's almost done. 5:26. So it takes 30 minutes for the abolo to get baked or cooked very well. 30 minutes. When the fire is or the heat inside the oven is strong enough. So we are laying our tray with cloth, and we'll put rubber inside and lay cloth inside before packing our abolo on it, in order to trap the heat, because we don't want it to get cold. We want it to be hot, okay? Yes, as she's doing, she's prepping the material for the packing of the abolo. So after opening the oven, you don't go straight to pack your abolo. You allow the heat to come out small. If not, you are going to burn yourself.
So my for Abolo.
Guys, if you've watched this video up to this point, then you are a real foodie gang. Thank you so much for subscribing, and if you're not subscribed yet, kindly hit the subscribe button, share this video. This is hard work, guys. Please kindly share, subscribe, like my videos, okay, so that it will reach greater number of audience also. So we are packing our bolo. Abolo can be eaten with shito or stew, okay? It's not only fish that they used to eat. You can use stew, shito, and fish together to eat it. All right. So this is the packing. This is what we have here. We are done with our bolo. It is hard work. Like, hard work. Our mothers don't sleep. How can you wake up want something to just prepare a bolo to go and sell it again, and you will hawk it? So she's hawking it like that. People have started buying it, and this is how a final abolo looks like. So delicious and tantalizing. So we have our final abolo with our duck B, aka Chofi. We have our wavy, aka 1,000. Our bolu, that is shrimp, all put together, eating one abolo. You can use shit or stew, anything to eat. Guys, you are all invited. Hope you've learned something new. I'll see you next in another video. Until then, keep trying new recipes. Stay safe. I love you all. Bye bye.